Welcome back to the urban sports scene. Our next guest is a native of Washington, D.C., who began boxing at a young age alongside his brother after meeting renowned boxing trainer Barry Hunter. Hunter, who also served as more than just a boxing trainer, but also a father figure, recognized our guest's immense talent that would eventually parlay into a stellar amateur boxing career that included notable victories over the likes of Anthony Durrell and Carl Dynamite Dargan. Also, his amateur career included 7 amateur boxing national titles. His professional record stands at 38-1-1 with 24 wins coming by way of knockout. It's a pleasure to have joining us Anthony Peterson here on the urban sports scene. Anthony, what's good, bro?
Man, hey, everything is love, baby. How you feeling?
Hey, it's a blessing to have you because we've been waiting for this all day because we used to hoop with your brother Lou out in Laurel, right? And I used to give him buckets, and I see you like the hoop too. And I was like, are you as good as him or better? I mean, he a little older, but he looked good for his age, always has. So the genes is real. But like I said, you can ask him. I used to give him buckets. He challenged me in bowling after a while. Like, meet me at the alley later on, you know what I'm saying? Because basketball, want to stay, but you know he stay in shape. So I know you hoop. How's your game looking?
Oh yeah, I'm one of those guys. I'm like Robert Ory. Just put me in the corner and make that shot. I ain't gonna do no fancy crossover. I ain't gonna play no real defense. But you put me in that corner, I'm gonna make that 3 for you.
Okay.
Just know that.
You got that corner pocket. You got that corner pocket.
That thing like 85%. Trying to tell you.
85. I love
85%. I know that's right.
Oh, so I guess Lou is better then, because Lou actually can dribble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was his thing. Basketball was his thing. You know, he watched Kobe. Kobe's his man. Lakers. You know,
I remember.
Definitely go out there practicing and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. We'll tell him Brand Wole from Sportfish said it was good when you talk to him next. Anyway, on the boxing tip, we can get to it now. You being trained by your other brother Lamont. How's that beneficial for your career at this point?
Man, it's definitely, man. It's like a breath of fresh air. All these questions that I always had about why this and why that about boxing. You know, he was able to reassure me on. We came together and just, answered a lot of questions that we both had for these years, just like having no real understanding of boxing. We just had pure athleticism and good genetics. But we talking about know-how. That know-how take you a long way. We had a lot of tools in our toolbox. We didn't know how to use it. So this something that may requires a flathead screw. You trying to use a four driveway or a jackhammer. They don't need you need that for this time. So we pretty much just, knowing what to use and when it's time to use it, as far as the toolbox goes. And May 28th, y'all gonna see some, of them toolboxes I'm talking about.
Love hearing you talk about May 28th. The Beltway Battle Round 2 goes down Saturday, May 28th at the Entertainment and Sports Arena in D.C. Can you tell our listeners about the event and what should they expect?
Oh, yeah, and it's sponsored by Legacy DC and expect fireworks. Expect the shows. You got to endorse the fact that a lot of people have been indoors for this pandemic and a lot of restrictions and stuff. So this is going to be like a DC event where everybody can come out with no masks, no restrictions or vaccinations of cars and stuff like that. And it's Memorial Day weekend. You know what I mean? So, it's a yin and yang with that because a lot of people will be in town versus out of town. You know what I mean? So we will see how that go. But from this point, I believe it's gonna be a beautiful night. As far as just me taking that next step to what everybody keeps saying when I'm in the streets, man, when they gonna give you a shot? Man, what they gonna do for you, man? If I got $1 for every time somebody said that, I'm gonna have to do nothing else but just collect dollars.
I'm one of those people, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, because like I said, I've been hearing about you for a minute.
See, look, I ain't gonna just run up on you. I see y'all every now and again. I see you up MGM before, but hey, man, it's all love. That's what I love about y'all. Y'all just out and about. I see Lamont too every now and again out Forestville. Anyway, Lamont fought American here at home. What's it like for you fighting at home in front of your family and friends, bro?
Oh man, it's electric. You know what I mean? They the ones that give you the extra boost, when you tired, because and now I understand, home court advantages in NBA and stuff like that in NFL, because that crowd, that the energy had you, you know what I'm saying, take you to a whole nother level. You know what I mean, it's definitely a adrenaline booster. So definitely it's a great, it's been March 24th of 2019 since I performed. Well, actually, that was in Maryland because I was in MGM. But of course, DC, but the last time I fought in DC was April 1st, 2016 on that Adrian Bronner comedy fought Ashley Theophane. Yeah. So that was the last time I fought in front of my people. But of course, I wasn't the attraction of the situation. So yeah, this can be definitely something that's a lot of people can look forward to. And I'm not jumping the gun or looking past the dude. I'm looking through him. We coming through August the 6th to come right back to stay active. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I've been out for so long, and it ain't like I just came off a 2-year layoff once, but I did that shit 3 times in my whole career. You know what I mean? And that's the most frustrating thing ever. And it was like watching myself train every day and watch myself show these guys that you see every day, like Adrian Bronner, Gervonta Tank Davis, and Robert Easton, watching these guys compete, not only just in fights, but for world championship belts. When I'm sitting here and I can't even get a fight. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like this gotta be some type of crime to humanity in boxing. But let me reassure y'all on something, how these things how it can happen this way. If you look at boxing is not a national organization. The key word is the N word is national. NBA, national organization. NFL, national organization. NHL, national organization. Boxing don't have that. There's no real body government or rules that everybody have to follow. Virginia may do drug testing, DC may not. Idaho may require a certain amount of tape on your fist. New York may not. Vegas might require certain blood tests and certain things. Texas may not. You see what I'm saying? So in those national organizations, Cincinnati Bengals gonna have to apply gonna have to go by the same rules that the champion, whoever, the Atlanta Falcons or Tom Brady and the whoever, they gotta follow those same rules. And boxing is not like that. So you can put a person like Anthony Peterson on the bench that's 38-1, and nobody will say anything. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's not a national commission where you can cry out like a Colin Kaepernick, where it would be under one situation. I may appeal to Kentucky, be like, look, they're not letting me fight. They be like, and so I might go to DC and be like, they're not letting me fight. And so it wouldn't make a difference. But that's how you can put somebody on a bench like that and nobody will hear your cry. Wow.
I was just getting ready to say, you mentioned Gervonta, he shot you out all the time. So what can you learn from his situation too? Because he's looking at change in management. And obviously he's been frustrated with some of his fights. He's trying to get even bigger fights than he's gotten already. He's an attraction. And you are as well. Like you just said, you starting to get that notoriety. What can you learn from his situation and how can y'all benefit each other?
Definitely just understand that you are the boss. There's nobody more in the boxing ring because you're putting your life on the line. No, don't get me wrong. The managers, the promoters, and the advisors, they put their livelihood on the line as far as the time from their family and, spending money and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. But we're talking about your health, bro. We talking about climbing to an event that you could possibly not be yourself ever again. Now, I'm sitting here talking to y'all, bright-eyed and everything, all 9 of my senses clicking. It can be a disaster where I could never be able to do this again with y'all. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so why shouldn't I get the bigger piece of the pie, or why shouldn't I, wherever I say it should goes? Nothing should matter. So I feel where he coming from, and I have a lot of conversations with Gervonta Tank Davis when we don't call each other, we don't email each other, we don't inbox each other. When I see him in person, it's a whole different story. But definitely, I think that's a good move for him to get up from under Mayweather, because of course, and there's no disrespect to Mayweather. Mayweather was about him. That's how he got 50-0. Yeah. He wouldn't be 50-0 if it wasn't all about him. I'm not. This is a bad thing. This is a good thing in his case, because if it ain't about him, then how he get that 50-0 record? So I'm saying, maybe if he let up a little bit and say, you know what, it ain't about me this time, he could have lost the fight. True. So, and I say, it's not for Tank to be like, oh man, you all about yourself. It's cool. I'm about myself now. Javante Tank Davis promotion, or however he want to spin it, and roll with it. And he got the firepower, he got the celebrities, he got the whole recipe to be larger than Floyd. He could be a combination of Floyd and Tyson put together. He got the looks, he got the Tyson aura, he got that ferociousness.
Yeah.
Even he don't really do clown antics like my brother Adrian Bronner to gather attention. It's that dangerous level affair that people fell in with, that like why they love Tyson so much, that knockout. Ain't nothing like that knockout. And he presenting that in good fashion. So like I said, he definitely got the recipe to either go neck and neck or exceed Mayweather's career.
All right, back to the Blockbuster event, man. How can folks get tickets?
You can reach me at Peterson Anthony 808 on Instagram, or you can contact Evie. It's my sister Evelyn. She do hair. She's very popular in the area, worldwide actually. So you can just get tickets from us, and like we almost out. So hop on it. You know, hop on it.
I think
and,
also
we got ringside tickets. We got we got all type of tickets. So just let me know.
All right, sounds good. And also, I think I saw it's on Ticketmaster as well, right? Yeah, I'm on Ticketmaster. Awesome. Yep. All right, so I got another question. I mean, I'll ask this question: How important for you at being like a DC boxing ambassador? Because you are one.
I mean, it's very important. That's why I feel like no fighter is never going to see me out of shape, flabby, or anything, because I feel like this is my costume. If you're gonna present yourself as a boxer, this is how you have to look. Can't be I see you in Miami, or you got a rolled over gut or anything. And that's not no diss to people with guts. That's what you do. That's what you do. But if you're gonna be an athlete, you're gonna mess with this boxing, it's gonna take years off your life trying to fluctuate that gut and no gut. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you're 31, 32, you won't be 37 like me right now with a teenager body. This won't happen. So staying in shape, and I learned this from Bernard. Bernard, you know, like I said, we don't talk, we don't conversate on the phone, but every time we see each other, he always got something deep to tell me that I still use to this day. You know what I mean? And those are things that definitely and what you're saying about me being this person for DC for professional boxing, I have to practice what I preach.
Of course.
You're never going to see me out here drunk in no bars, laid out, or fathering any kids and not taking care of them. You're not going to see me in no clubs throwing money. And no diss to the people that do that. That's what they do. You know what I mean? But you're never going to see me doing none of these antics. And that's why it's kind of hard to sell me on a big scale, because like views, you're not really going to get a real event from Peterson, whereas though something may happen at his event, whereas though I want to be there to say, I did it. I was there. You know, our people, our culture, we love events. That's why the Mayweather and Tyson was so big. It wasn't that they was going to go see them. It was the event.
Yeah.
Who was going to be there? I'm going to dress my best outfit that I saved all year for. I'm going to wear it at this event because this is where the Super Bowl is. This is where everybody's going to be. And something may happen, whereas though I can say, hey, I was part of history. I was there to see this event. So, and that's why I just signed Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky, because he's a powerhouse. Yeah. You know, everywhere that I go or everywhere we go, it's like I see celebrities that I look up to, look at him like, oh my God, Rick. And I'm like, man, this no Uncle Rick, man. He could make like, but this is the way it go.
We got folks connected from the DMV with Rick Ross. We got Peterson, and we got Wale. Wale is connected to Rick Ross as well.
No. He not talking about the rapper.
He's talking about the real Rick. Oh, Rick, the real Rick. Oh yeah.
He talking about the real Rick Ross.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. Freeway Ricky.
Oh, the real.
That's no. You said that. He said that. I picked that up.
Oh, my bad. No, I misheard. I didn't. You the real Rick Ross. Okay. Yeah. Let me retract my statement.
Why else would he say like the celebrities come up to him? If that was the rapper, well, I'm not gonna. Then of course celebrities gonna come up to him because he's a hip hop entertainer. But he talking about the real dude, man. Who did real things.
Ricky. The real Ricky.
One of the richest, the richest hustler in the history of mankind. And a kid, myself, with no junior high, with a junior high school diploma, go all the way on the West Coast by myself and sign this man. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
That's dope.
It is,
Gangsta.
man.
Top
Most
notch, whatever
definitely.
you want to call it. I'm, you know what I'm saying, not a person that toot my home, but come on, man, like that's something that you know, you can't say everybody do every day. You know what I mean? And he took a liking to me as soon as we met. And it was like it went from a 15-minute conversation. Hey man, I'm just gonna meet up with you, say what's up. We met at the tennis court. Then it went from, hey man, I like you. What you doing later on? You hungry? I could eat. Then it went from, hey man, what you doing this weekend, man? I'm gonna come pick you up and we gonna go out. And we went out, we had a ball, man. He told me he was getting into boxing. And I told him, like, look, I'm the perfect person right now. Like, he couldn't believe how old I was. He kept thinking I was like 22, 23. I'm like, nah, I showed him my ID. Like, look, bro, I was 36 at the time, but he was like, man, like I have to take care of myself, you know. So I don't do drugs, I don't drink, none of that wild, no child support agency chasing me, no PO officer agency chasing me, none of that. Just like live a clean, sun-free life.
All right, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, but everything you saying just makes me think of just some things I've heard about you. And I just want to know how much your upbringing played a role into just who you are today.
Well, my upbringing played a big role in who I am today. I wouldn't change it for the world. You know, if I'm funny, it's funny you should say that. A lot of people always like, oh man, you and your brother, man, y'all had it rough. No, we didn't. We had it rough, but what child do you know will grow up without law? Without saying, oh, you got to go to bed at this time, or you got to do this at this time. We was lawless. We had no rules. It was like we was living, and as a child, understood that we was broke and homeless and all that. You're gonna make the best of fun. Now, saying if I was a grown man like now, being out there and don't have to go through as a child, then that's a problem. Then as a situation was like, damn, like, you know, you conscious of things. As a child, you don't really know what's going on because we wasn't the only ones. It was the neighborhood, kids in the neighborhood up on 1448 Park Road that was going through the same thing that we was going through. So it kind of looked like this was a common thing until we got older. And then I'm seeing now, like, why didn't feel like that when we was going through this, but now I feel like this we got from this. It's like now I'm seeing people telling me like, yeah, you're not supposed to did this, y'all. And I'm like, well, damn, like, why do I feel so bad now? But when it was going down, it was like the sweetest thing in the world. Because in the process of that, we met my brother-in-law, Patrice Harris, who was in movies with Michael B. Jordan, who was a celebrity in boxing, who lays it down. He found out that my brother can box just by protecting me in the projects. So we didn't go through that. We wouldn't have probably never knew who Boog was and, you know, stuff like that. So it's an extraordinary story, man. And I wouldn't change it for the world. Nothing that happened in that situation, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Dope. That is dope.
Yeah.
So I do got one question before I let you go. For you, what is your Mount Rushmore of DMV boxers?
Say that one more time, please.
What is your Mount Rushmore of DMV boxers?
It's like with me, and I truly believe this is why I'm about to get all the things that I'm about to get. I love every last DMV fighter. I support every last DMV fighter. I study every last DMV fighter. I've been in there with every last DMV fighter that you can name that's been out from the 2000 class all the way to the 2020 class. You know what I mean? I just feel like DC, right now, we just don't have that thing that other people. I don't know if y'all watched the fight this weekend with Charlo.
Yeah, I just missed it. I'm gonna rewatch it.
I watched that joint.
Yeah.
I want y'all to pay attention to something, how healthy that man is in that ring. Have nothing to DC have the most skilled athletes, not only in boxing, but just period. We don't have that technology and the other stuff that of different cities have. Because it's we so much caught on trying to outshine another or trying to like crabs in a bucket. I know y'all heard that before.
Yeah, of course.
We don't have that bridge to fill that gap. And I feel like bringing Rick Ross in and other people in that can break that bridge to LA, that bridge to Texas, that bridge to places that we can get to all these DMV fighters can be of them the best of themselves. I feel like right now, DC fighters can never be them best selves because we don't have that type of technology. I've been doing this for 18 years in the professional game. I know what it takes to get in tip-top shape to be at the tip-top level. And no disrespect to none of the coaches or none of the fighters, I just don't see that we have that right now. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's right there. We can get it, but we got to have that access to it. And we got to let that pride go and let that DC Mumbo sauce, man, just go put your hands up and just go fight. Now we have to be strategically smart about the whole situation. And I think with that, DC will go to a level that you never seen before.
So you think it's like stubbornness?
Yeah,
anything.
Ways like, you know, we stuck in ways like. And let me ask y'all this question before I go.
Oh yeah.
Y'all ever heard the phrase? And this is how stubborn we are as humans, as athletes and everything. You ever heard the phrase? It's 90% mental, 10% physical.
Yeah. Gary Russell say that all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's true. Okay, if this is so, how come us athletes, Gary or whomever, we spend 90% on the physical and only 10% on the mental? Why can't we spend 90% on the mental if it's 90% mental and 10% physical? When have you ever seen a big gym consistently? You go into a gym, you don't hear no heavy bags, you don't see no sweat. They in there mentally together, strategizing things that can happen or would not happen in the boxing ring. Tell me, where have you seen that consistently?
Never.
But every time you go into a gym, you're going to see somebody's brutally beating the shit out of a bag, sparring hard, jumping over tanks and stopping missiles and everything. Physical work. But it's really nobody's really putting in the mental work. And like I said, if it's 90% mental and 10% physical, then what are we doing here? So that's how we are holding on to these sayings. So, oh yeah, this person this person that. It's just the same. You know what I mean? And I truly believe once we break out of that, I don't think Philly is the closest that can deal with DC skill level as far as the natural talent that walk the streets in boxing. I think Philly the only city out there that can kind of hang with us when it comes to that. But as far as health and championship, West Coast and down south, they got it. That's for sure. You always want to hear a fighter say, yeah, I went over to Cali and, you know, where did LeBron James go to go get his ring? Where did Kevin Durant go to go get his ring? Where did Adrian Bronner go to go get in shape? Where did Tank go? Where did Floyd Mayweather was from Grand Rapids, Michigan? Where did he had to go get that elite type of stuff? Vegas. Sean Porter's from where? He's from Akron, Ohio. Where did he had to go? To Vegas. You're never going to shut up shop on the East Coast, stay on the East Coast, and be that fine-tuned machine come fight night on the East Coast. It's not going to happen. Show me. Just if I'm wrong, just show me. Danny Garcia did the best he can do for what he had. But like I said, if you look at it, the history of it, everybody always fled to the West Coast, and they always come up. But it's almost like you stay here. It's like you got a ceiling. You can go far, but it's the ceiling. The monument probably you can build the highest building, but it still has a limit. But when it's the sky, it's no limit.
That's true. Yeah.
You just got me thinking. I ain't gonna lie, I'm stuck. I'm trying to think of maybe somebody who
help me.
maybe exhibits that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I can't even think. But just to rephrase it, Gary don't say that in particular. He say something like boxing is a physical, something that manifests, or I forgot what he say. It's not that exact same. I just don't want, you know what I'm saying, sell him short, because he don't necessarily say that exact thing. But I know where you're coming from. But I'm thinking, like, how does that change happen? Like, I don't know. That's another discussion, though, bro. We appreciate you joining us, man. We're going to get you back, man. Part 2, maybe bring 3.
We got to get part 2, man, because he has me thinking it's real. Because he's right, though, because I think about the chart, like Charlo, they got a wild way of training. You're right. Not wild, but technology. Like, I even saw how even the younger Charlo, how he improved his boxing game because they went to more of a technology-based training rather than the normal boxing, way of training. Like they do a deeper way of training. That is true.
Right.
But you think about it though, real quick. If you look at Texas and sports like high school football, it's the same thing. High school football here don't compare to what high school football look like in places like Texas and other states. And down south, they look like they got many stadiums. DC working on it
Yeah.
now. You seeing Gonzaga Field and some others. You know what I'm saying? They've now invested some money, but it's an investment. I agree with that.
Facts.
No
Well,
doubt.
Anthony, man, we enjoy having you on, man. Is anything you want like to add? Anything you want to plug? You know, some social media, Instagram,
Yeah,
whatever.
just
You got it. This is your platform, bro.
Peterson Anthony 808. Follow me. I have so many messages I have for the young Black youth, man. It is staggering. But of course, you know, that's a whole nother story. But just follow me, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Man, appreciate you being on, man. This has been dope. Like Ray said, we'd love to get you on part 2.
Had to hit you
All right,
back
my
up,
man.
man. We hit
And
you on
y'all
Instagram.
got access to me. Just reach out and y'all know how to find me.
I bet. We'll do, man.
All right, y'all be
Appreciate you, bro.
smooth, man.
All right.